Last time on Total Party Guild.
Alternatively, the oil can be poured on the ground as an action where it covers 10-foot square, duplicating the effects of a grease spell in that area for 8 hours. All right, so now I got to look up a grease spell.
Look up the grease spell.
All right. Grease.
Same as the slippery ground spell. Yeah, shit.
Please see oil of slipperiness.
No! Recursive loops.
Welcome, heroes, to tonight's Total Party Guild, your weekly retrowave-inspired D&D podcast. I'm Sean Rowe, and I'm going to be your DM for this story arc. The guild has hired
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Vaughn, Onyx Human Glamour Bard.
Brilliance B. Redmoon, a fighter tiefling warlock played by Jeremy Blackheart.
And Justin Lamb coming back as Stennel Bjornsson, the halfling barbarian. Rawr.
Last time on Total Party Guild, our party were on the way out of the Pewter King's secondary hidey hole when suddenly they realized that something was amiss. As they ran up to check on Mr. Besselman, they were attacked by several of the Pewter Kings themselves. They killed one of them, and an intellect devourer popped out, and they quickly realized that, oh no, the Pewter Kings have been completely invaded. They fought their way through that, made their way back up to Mr. Besselman's room, got inside Mr. Besselman's room, but they weren't able to take out all of the corrupted Pewter Kings, as two of them escaped. Here we are at the top of the Pewter King's hidden hotel room in the undercity of Westbank. And we zoom in slowly as Mr. Besselman, standing behind his desk, Tommy gun at the ready, staring into the room, is waiting for the adventurers to return. Adventurers, what do you wish to do?
Ow.
Yeah. B was dead. And I think I'm outside the room and Stennel's outside the room.
Yeah, both of you guys are in the antechamber. There's a couple of dead Pewter Kings on the ground. The smoke is finally beginning to clear out. B and Mr. Besselman is inside his room. B had knocked the lock out of the door, so the doors are like swinging wide. Mr. Besselman standing there, smoke coming at the tip of his Tommy gun as he's aiming into the corridor. And you can hear him go, "Hey, is it just Guildies out there?"
Seems that way. Just Jewel and Stennel.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
I think we need to get in that room and regroup, Stennel.
Fine. I'll stomp my way into the room.
I'll poke my head around the corner and give a wave before walking in.
So Stennel's just stomping inside, and you're like making sure you're not going to get shot. Mr. Besselman, his gun is pointing towards the ceiling. You see B is nearby. Although you didn't notice when you first got in here, B, there's two bodies, bullet holes ridden, like crumpled on the floor, on the other side of the desk, right next to Mr. Besselman.
Well, heck.
What happened to them?
One of them pulled a knife on me, got a little close. I knocked him back and shot him, and then the other one came in the room, so I shot him too. That's why the door was locked. Things aren't what they appeared to be, yeah?
That's a way to say it.
Your doctor was dead in his room. Polly got shot in the neck with poison.
Oh, no, not Polly. I really like that big lug.
I'm just gonna deflate and slump to the floor, thinking about Paulie.
I'm going to take a look at these doors and see if there's a way for us to secure them.
Taking a quick glance at it, the lock really got hammered out with that maul of bees. It's not going to be useful anymore. But that's okay, because as you're looking at it, Mr. Besselman's starting collecting stuff off of his desk. So looks like I'm getting the hell out of here. Good luck to your adventures. These weapons that they're carrying, that ain't stuff we use.
So why don't you come fix the shit you started and then get the fuck out?
Yeah, I'm not a guilty like you, so I got my own problems to deal with, this being one of them. But you see that equipment they got? That's Shadow Serpent gear.
Shadow Serpent gear. What does that mean?
That means that more than likely this mind flare thing you've been trying to fight against is probably working with them now too. Looks like my usefulness has come to an end. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
Me and the Pewter Kings, we've tussled a couple times, and hey, you got that map of all those locations I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, pull it out.
I do. Pull it out.
He points at one of the spots that the crates have showed up. That place has been rumored to maybe be inside the Shadow Serpent's territory. It's like I didn't want to believe it at first, working with the Strangenfell, but if he branches out, starts working with some of the other gangs, that's his deal, But yeah, if I was gonna go check out a place anywhere on the map, that's where I would go. Of course, we delivered 4 crates there, so be on the lookout.
All right. Well, it's been an interesting thing doing business with you.
Yep, sure has. So that decorator, I'd probably wait off a little bit before sending her down here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I gave you her contact, so just contact her when you're settled down and ready to spend some money.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you for your service, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, we did save your life at least. And
Yeah.
I cough up some more blood.
Jesus. All right. Hey, listen. And he reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a small sheet of paper and hands it over to you. He's like, you go downstairs into the basement. You look in the left-hand corner of the room, and there's a false wall over there with the safe inside. It's a little bit of our armory. Some of the stuff we use against those shadow serpents.
Can I check the 2 dead bodies for weapons?
Yeah. Can we start looting?
As you're flooping the bodies, both of the guys had those daggers that the rest of these guys were using. They're like small, wavy daggers, and they have a coiled serpent grip. And it clearly has like magic enchantments. There's some runes carved on the outside of it. And inside both of the guys' inside one of the guys' coats is another one of those silver spheres that exploded into that black cloud mist that you guys are fighting in. The second guy doesn't have it on him.
How many of those? We got 2 of those poison dagger or enchanted daggers?
From these guys inside this room, yeah. Inside every single one of these guys that you were fighting against is armed with 1. So overall, you can collect 5 poison daggers.
Wait, are they permanently poisoned?
Yeah, they're permanently poisoned.
What?
Well, I mean that you can tell because you don't have you have detect magic, right? But you don't have identify.
I don't.
Right.
Let me double check. I don't think I have either.
Oh, well, they look like they're magical.
And they were stabbing us with poison.
Right.
Does anyone object to me taking all 5?
Go for it.
I mean, it actually might be better than Jewel's rapier.
Awesome.
You want one of these, Jewel?
Do you need 5 or will 4 do?
You're asking me. Listen, I'm just taking them to take them. Like, I'm our armory. Like,
I like to think that you're no longer a badger but a porcupine.
Yeah. I just always look like I'm on the Iron Throne.
Yes.
No matter where I go.
Okay, I'm going to take one of them because I could always use another dagger. And do any of these guys look like they're wearing good armor? Like anything cool that stands out?
Yeah. They all underneath their clothes are wearing like a really thin chainmail. It acts like light armor for them. It's not like mithril or anything special. It's just reskinned like leather armor for the new age.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it won't do any additional protection.
Okay.
What are the dice on these daggers, or do we have to use them to find out?
Yeah, stab someone to find out.
Okay, you got it. Love mysteries.
Or you can get them identified and find out.
Meh. Yeah. I'll identify them.
They look like daggers.
I'm going to go up to Mr. Besselman. I'm going to show him the knife. Say, I'm going to put this in every single one of the guys that attacked Paulie. I'm going to get him.
You do that, kid. You do that.
I'm going to clasp his arm.
He clasps it back, and then he's like, listen. And he opens up his coat, and there's like this It looks like a small silver device, almost like the head of one of those nice microphones you see singers singing to. It's got the silver like beehive with the gaps inside of it. Like downstairs in the safe, there should be a couple of these. That'll help against those smoke grenade things they throw around. I'm keeping mine, of course.
Wow, it's been real.
Yeah, when things settle down, I'll reach out.
Got it.
Hey, good luck to you all. And, he takes
And to you. Well, should we go check out the armory?
Of course.
I used the wall to stand up.
So you head downstairs and you follow Mr. Besselman's directions, and sure enough, there's a false wall. It would have been really difficult to notice had you not been on notice that that's where it's at. But as you push against it, it comes away from the wall, and there's a safe on the other side. Using the sheet of paper Mr. Besselman gave you, you're able to open the safe lock. And when you do, it's not a very large armory, but you see that there is like a handful of like more of those. The Pewter Kings were using like modified cleavers for most of their weapons and hand axes. So you see there's a handful of those guys inside the armory. There's also 4 what appears to be health potions inside the armory. A small golden vial that's sitting inside the armory, and like 4 of those shiny objects that Mr. Besselman showed inside his coat that was supposed to help against the dark powder. I don't know what I'm going to call it, so we're going to go with that. Dark powder bombs.
Nice.
I'll hand B a health potion. Okay, you want this?
Yes, please.
I don't have the things in front of me. What's the next up from a standard healing potion?
Greater?
Yeah, that's what it is. They're all 4 are greater healing potions.
44 plus 4.
Are you just gonna hold on to those?
Yeah.
I'll hand them out. I mean, I'll give 1 extra. I'll give B 2, and then 1 for me and 1 for Stennel.
And what is the golden vial?
When you pick up the golden vial, and it actually doesn't have like a liquid inside. It has a like a spike on the inside of it. And you notice that there's like some liquid at the end of the spike. And as you like rolling it over, it says, in case of emergencies, pierce and heart. It is a one-time use revivify.
Huh.
Holy crap.
That should be something Stennel carries.
Why me?
Because you die the least.
Is that statistically true?
I mean,
'Cause I feel like I've gone down a couple times.
Anyone listening to the podcast, please send us in an email. Who's died the least?
I don't think I've ever fallen unconscious.
Gotten
I get stabbed a
bunch,
lot, but I have a high
yeah.
constitution, so I have a lot of hit points. I don't ever remember.
Jewel, would you be comfortable taking that?
I mean, I'll just put it in my bag, and everybody can know where it is if they need it.
That's true.
and then weird cleaver things.
You don't have detect magic or anything like that, so
Nope.
they just look like weird cleaver things.
And how many hand axes?
There's 10 hand axes and 2 weird cleaver things.
At what point are you going to be encumbered, Stennel?
Yeah, how do you walk around with all that stuff?
On my last level, this is kind of meta, but I got 2 times the carrying capacity.
Just because you can
I-
carry more doesn't mean it's any less awkward.
I feel like you literally, is that a feat that you literally took so you can carry weapons?
Yeah.
No judgments.
It's,
No judgments.
I think it's part of my totem, my spirit animal. Okay, so I'm taking all 10 hand axes, and then
How? Like, where do they go?
He just wears a mesh shirt and he tucks them each one into like one of his. That's what his armor is just weapons.
Yeah, his armor's like
Tucking all the
overlapping
handles
axes and
into the
daggers.
holes.
that sounds so dangerous.
How are they even secured? How are they not just like shaking off?
Don't you have a handy haversack now?
We have a sack of holding from the bank we took.
Oh,
Isn't it full of money?
I mean,
Yes.
kind of. We split it, but
we split it.
So literally my thought was I thought I had 4 hand axes, but they were all in loops on a belt. The javelins were in a bundle secured by a leather strap on the back. Each of the heavy...
so if you pull one out, they'll all be loose.
Yes. So yes, but the thought was if I wanted one, I would have to free them all and then throw one. And then each of the heavy crossbows I assumed had a strap where I could sling them over my back somehow, or over the javelins actually.
Why? I mean, we live in a magical world. Why can't you have just like an ever-tightening belt? So when you pull out a javelin, it just tightens it up.
Because he doesn't have it.
Because Stennel wouldn't have thought of that.
Why doesn't one of these benevolent DMs make that for him?
I mean, you've been around the guild for a while. You lift with a bunch of other adventurers. I'm sure somebody somewhere had been like, "Hey, you should try this ever tightening belt to keep all your shit together." Maybe your armor is just ever tightening belts looped around you.
I mean,
forever.
We need a Heward's handy armory sack.
That just sounds like a common magic item that would be available. It's like losing weight. Why buy multiple belts when you can buy one belt? Eating too much? Also, one belt.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
True.
That sounds like a thing that would be pretty common in this world.
Especially Bantham.
Maybe we can even throw some like neon highlights on it.
Oh my god, I would have absolutely bought one.
There maybe like if you rub it, it shows you exactly how much your waist size is.
Keep lifting. Yeah. Stop drinking water.
Yeah, like an ammo counter almost. You just like flip it over and look. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 22 inches.
I would love like something that counted your ammo for you like that. Like a quiver that had like how many bolts were in it.
Like neon light on the back when it counts down as you're throwing your javelins.
It just makes an announcement. Yeah. You have 15 bolts left. Although that would be a disadvantage because then your enemies would know how many bolts you have.
I mean, that's true. That's true.
or you get a sack, you name it Alexa. Hey Alexa, how many javelins do I have?
There is 7 javelin beaches within 5 miles of here.
Yeah, took the joke from me.
Wait,
that was
the bag of inventory.
No,
Stennel, do you want this sack of holding?
Yes, please.
I had it just because I hate carrying stuff.
Oh, well, we can find another sack.
I mean,
we can find more sacks.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We should probably get out of here because there's still some rogues that know where we are.
Are you taking these weird microphone balls?
Yeah, I think each of us should have one, and then we can have an extra. Maybe we can give it to Singer or something, or Dove or Saxon.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'll put that back here under the smoke bomb I took.
Next to the grenades you have.
I no longer have grenades.
Oh, okay.
I threw them both in the assault on Lord Strangenfell's manor.
I assume you took the smoke bomb, though, right?
Yes, I also assumed that. Sorry. If you want it.
No, I just assumed that most of the weapons are picked up by you.
I'm channeling when weapons pop up, I'm channeling my inner Tasselhoff.
Stennel takes care of the weapons. Jewel takes care of all the magic items. Here's a $5 weapon, and I'm just gonna take this $1,000 bag and this drift globe and a $500 drift globe. And do you want these? Like, I found a bundle of 5 fire arrows. Do you want those?
Listen, the last time I came across a magic item.
Oh my gosh!
And I struck it.
You have magic item phobia.
You can hang on to the grenades, magic explodey things.
Why? You use them pretty well.
Thank you. And if I run out of things to stab in people, I'll ask you for more.
Total Party Guild fact of the day: Rhabdophobia is the fear of magic.
Stennel may be suffering from rhabdophobia.
Huh.
Yeah, but then he would be afraid of using his own sword.
This isn't a magic sword.
He doesn't understand that it's magic.
Oh, okay. Yep, never mind. Take it back.
It's the Phantom Badger.
What I do is in between battles, I just stick it in an ice box and it stays cold all day.
Makes sense.
What if instead of refrigerators, everybody just used crates with ice brands in them?
They were so common. That's an idea.
I want to make sure this doesn't go bad. I'm just going to stab it with my dagger of frost.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Everything in this world has freezer burn.
what are these microphone looking things?
They are wind grenades. They act like the gust of wind spell, except they go in every direction for 60 feet.
That's amazing.
So Singer doesn't need one of those.
Right.
Spend enough time blowing fish in one of my favorite episodes. All right, so where are we headed?
I mean, we can have a sit and then go throw ourselves at more assassins.
Yeah, we should get out of the on the map. Are any of these places in the Undercity?
Only one of them, and that only one crate got delivered to it, but the rest were in the above West Bank. Again,
Right.
nearby, like houses of the people that on the board.
Right. Okay.
And the one he
Um,
specifically pointed out had 4 crates shipped to it.
Yeah.
Correct, and it's nearby 2 houses of the board.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So we should go take a big nap and tell the guild.
Head back up and at least take a short rest.
I'm okay with a short nap.
Before I take a dirt
B,
nap.
if you're still if you're still feeling down, B, you can have my healing potion.
No, I'll hobble out of here.
All right, the Total Party Guild symbol slides across the screen from both sides and smacks in the center and then fades into the background. You guys are back inside the guild house, spending time escaping from the Undercity of West Bank, and have now arrived back inside the guild house. Unless you were going to go home to your house, Jewel.
No, I'll go with them.
Okay. So the guild house itself is pretty quiet at this time of day. And there's only like 1 or 2 people hanging out in the bar when you guys arrive. What do you guys wish to do?
Lay in front of the fireplace on the floor and sleep.
Seems to be B's special place.
Like a stray cat.
A really pretty one.
I guess I'd like to go try to talk to the archivist and see if we can make copies of this map that Besselman gave us, and also present the map to, or one of the copies to, whichever guild leader is in, or whichever, or what's his name? Shoot,
Milo.
Osric?
Spurn?
Osric. I don't talk to Spurn if I can get away with it.
This is a matter of like life and death here.
Yeah, but Osric is the one that's in charge of deploying troops and kind of coordinating that, whereas Spurn is more of a, well, this doesn't seem like I'm going to get a lot of money out of it because nobody contracted us to do this. You're just doing it.
Well, to be fair, that was a spot-on impression of Spurn. Ooh, you really nailed him.
Okay, I'm feeling at least.
Okay, so if you're taking care of that, I'll take a breather.
Okay, maybe get somebody to identify your daggers.
Oh yeah, is there anyone around the fire who can identify?
No, there's no one around the fire. He'd have to go back to his facility.
Ah, it's a shame.
Nope, nobody here. More snuggles.
I'm right. I'm parked right here.
Oh, you're just not moving. You're just gonna take a nap regardless. Okay, yeah, you can identify him later on. That's fine.
Look, I'm still mourning Paulie. Okay, give me some time.
All right. So, Jewel, are you gonna take a nap as well, or are you just gonna go ahead and find the archivist?
I don't know that I'm necessarily going to take a nap, but I want to find the archivist and maybe like take a short rest with the archivist while we make copies or something.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do both.
I mean, a short rest is like you're not doing anything too strenuous. You're just spending time like sitting, like reading, having tea, that kind of a thing. You're not doing anything too stressful. So
Right.
that should be fine. Sure. Yeah, you don't actually have to like sleep for a short rest. Just chilling will work. So
Okay. So
I'm gonna flag down the bartender, and without actually having audible dialogue, I'm just gonna be kind of explaining to him like what we just did, and then like kind of doing an impression of the really big guy and making him look super friendly, and then he gets started, and then we both like the I'm hoping that the innkeeper will like pour out some of the good stuff we can drink to Paulie. Maybe.
roll me a performance check.
Wait, I can re-roll ones. I have the lucky
Oh.
17.
Nice.
All right, so he actually understands your interpretive dance and pours out some good whiskey for you and him to share.
That was a 1 on my very first roll today.
Signs of good things to come.
I like to think you walk up to the bar and he gives you the like reverse nod, like "What's up?" and then you give a look that's just like, "Oh my god!" and he like furrows his eyebrows, like, "You okay, bro?" And it just like goes from there back and forth of you communicating with your faces and emotions.
Non-verbally. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all subtitled.
It's all every look is subtitled.
Yeah,
With a translation.
exactly. Anyway.
Well, I love it.
I will order like a pot of tea to come to the archivist so we can have some tea and biscuits.
Okay. You arrive at the archivist's. The tea arrives shortly afterwards. There's tea and biscuits. You actually have to gently awaken the archivist, who is napping, taking his short rest from a busy day. After
rest.
talking to him about what you need, he begins to work on making a copy of the map using several of the cool gadgets that the guild has in order to do it rapidly. What else are you trying to do?
Excuse me. Mainly just make a couple copies of that and tell him kind of what we had done and maybe try to get some information on the shadow serpent.
Okay, so as you're talking to the archivist, he's writing down the adventures of Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stennel and B, like very small in the margins.
Footnotes.
Well, I'm sure he'll write their own script later. Sure, yeah. But he finishes doing that, and then oh, you want to know about the serpent, shadow serpents? Yeah. Well, the guild really hasn't had too many interactions with them. I think that they hired us once for a job, to get rid of a bunch of like giant rats that were infesting one of their hideouts. But aside from that, we don't really have much to deal with them. News has been that they've been importing weapons from down south, but aside from that, nothing else that I know of.
Down south, like Perth?
Yes, yes.
Huh. That's interesting. It's the second time that we've come across kind of Perthian interactions with or against territory up here, right?
Well, let me look at your journal notes and find out. Nope. Yes, it does look like you were on a mission previously, having to deal with them people from Perth.
Okay, that's weird. Okay. So after I've taken my rest and whatever, I'd like to seek out Osric to show him the map and tell him or I'll go actually talk to the rest of the group first, so we can all go together.
All right, so it's been long enough for a short rest. So all you guys that need to recharge your stuff or roll a hit dice or whatever you'd like to do, go ahead and do so. And then you go back and talk to the party. B is sleepy-eyed and slowly waking up from his nap, curled up on the floor. Stennel is still carrying on conversations with the bartender completely silently. You see a lot of like weird gestures with the eyebrows.
Okay. Go to a table and kind of slam down my copies and wait for you guys to finish.
I'm assuming the party gathers round.
I need to quit sleeping there. It always hurts my shoulders.
After B comes over to sit down, I'll walk around behind him and start rubbing his shoulders.
I look surprised and then just let it happen.
I'm only slightly worried about what Singer would say.
His grip is like iron.
Gentle iron.
Gentle iron.
But iron.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
You tell me. These are your knotted muscles.
Just a confused look, but letting it happen. It's like when you go to a barber and they give you a shoulder rub and you're like, this isn't really what I signed up for, but
but okay. It's well-meaning.
Sweet. So, what you guys doing?
I'll show you the copies that I got made. I will tell you basically that I found out nothing about the shadow serpents, except the 2 facts, and ask if you guys want to go talk to Spurn, or no, talk to Osric.
I suppose it's better than that other old guy.
Yeah, because if there's other places where, these brains could have been shipped, then we're gonna need more guildies on this.
Yeah, or at least give them a map of where we're going in case we don't come back.
Also smart.
So you guys head to Osric's office, and the door is slightly ajar, and you can hear him talking to someone on the other side, though you can't necessarily make out what he's saying. Do you guys knock?
I'll just walk in.
I kind of wanted to listen to a second. I go to eavesdrop, and then Stennel barges through.
Yeah, walks in. So
unless you stop me.
No.
Okay, I walk
all
in.
right, so the door opens up, and you can see that Osric is talking to Spurn, and they have maps laid out on the table there, and they're both having a conversation. When you just like come marching right on in, both their heads snap over to you, and Osric nods his head. He's like, "Well, speak of the devils."
Hey,
I resent that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Kind of racist there.
Well, only if you've got devil blood. So, anyways, I was just gonna go and see if I can get a report from you. Yes, I as well was interested to know what was going on, Jewel.
Okay. Well, we went to visit the Pewter Kings, and I don't think they're all dead, but a lot of them have been infiltrated, and they were kind of having a civil war when we left. The leader got away fine, but I think there were like 2 surviving members when we left, and they were both turntails, so I don't know. But we did find this map, and I'll give him the map.
And Osric takes it and puts it on the table, and he's looking at the things that you have marked on the map, and he kind of like, ooh, that don't look too good.
No.
Aren't these all nearby some of the board members?
Yes.
The big wigs, yeah.
And he glances over at Spurn and then back up to you guys. So, what's your plan then?
Well, it was suggested that we might try to hit this location with the 4 first, because it is in Shadow Serpent territory, and the Pewter Kings that started attacking each other were all carrying Shadow Serpent gear. So it looks like the Shadow Serpents might be in league with whatever weird Mind Flayer stuff is going on.
Well, that sounds like a plan then. Most of the guildies have come back from the West Bank Undercity, so if you need the help, we have it available.
I mean, should we try to deploy multiple teams to all these locations and do one big strike?
Yes.
Well, from a guild perspective, I would agree with that, Jewel. That sounds like a very good tactical decision. I also would like to contact a member of the board or 2. I believe that we would be able to use this to our advantage in some of our upcoming negotiations for contracts. Very good job, Jewel. Very good job.
Every time he says my name, I kind of like wrinkle my nose.
Is it when like an old guy calls you sweetheart at the store?
Mm-hmm.
Like a really old guy. Yeah.
This is the room of the most unwoke guild leaders. Anyway.
Just the league of the unwoke.
Give me about an hour or so, and I can gather the troops. Spurn, if you would, you can go talk to the board or whatever you need to do to get this going. We had some assistance from the city as well that would probably help us out. It sound like a plan to you? He's looking over at you guys.
I mean, you understand what these probably are, right?
Oh yeah, sure, I understand. What are you getting at? The GM's not quite sure.
No, just that not to send city guards against dreadnoughts because they will all die.
Well, I mean, it is their city, and they have the right to defend it.
Big sigh.
But maybe they can do more of a, put, what's the word I'm looking for?
Cordons?
Yeah, cordons. Yes, exactly. Crowd control.
Sorry, that was Justin, not Stennel. Stennel wouldn't know.
Right. No, it's just your Rain Man moment.
That's just knowing where everything is in a bag of holding. If anyone needs an accordion, I got it.
Well,
Okay.
hell.
So maybe we can head to this location and stake it out for a few minutes, right? And then an hour from now, attack.
Well, at least wait long enough for me to send word, right?
Right.
How long have we been mucking around with these squid heads? A few days?
It's been about 2 days. Yep.
I've died twice in 2 days.
Well, you know what they say, third time's the charm.
What's
Slaps
the
you
goal?
on the shoulder.
Ow.
Tales of your death have been greatly exaggerated.
I'm gonna sadly slump my shoulders and then go, okay, I'll go kill more robots. And just walk out.
Are you rethinking your adventures life, B?
You kidding me? I'm rethinking it. This is awful.
I mean, you signed up to be heroes, right? What's more heroic than saving the place that you live?
Yeah, but it hurts a lot, and sometimes you lose people you care for, even if you didn't know them for that long.
Pat Stennel on the back.
He was so big. You see his arms? They were huge. I'll never be that swole. And it just came naturally to him.
The swole
Never got him anything for his birthday.
is in your heart.
I think I knew him for maybe like 5 minutes.
We found some interesting stuff about Stennel. He attaches to people emotionally quite quickly.
Would you say he imprints on people?
Like a duckling.
The speed is proportional to their muscle mass.
Don't even ask me about that guy from Mega. Oof.
You guys have been exchanging love letters for like a month.
Sad Saxton noises.
They're just increasingly large drawings of weights. A single bicep on a paper. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I feel better now. I'm ready to go.
I am as ready as I'll ever be.
B.
Is there anything you guys want to do here at the guild house before you make your way to this warehouse facility?
Yeah, did we get those daggers identified?
You did not yet.
No, I was just going to stick it in someone and find out.
Jesus.
Fuck around and find out.
Look, I've been going through a lot, okay?
We have an hour. Can we go to one of the potion shops in the area and see if they have any of those like specialty candy flavored health potions?
Wait. Is B still wearing that like headband thing? Does it help B?
It makes me feel like I have a mild headache all the time. I'm not sure if it does anything else.
Can I get one of those?
They only had the one.
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's probably better on you. And I pat his arm.
Why is everyone hurting my arms today?
I held back. Usually I'll punch you in the shoulder.
Oh,
It's a sign of good camaraderie.
oh please no. So sore.
Okay, so that's sorry, Joel. Lead the way.
So you arrive at a local apothecary, and you see that there's several gnomes and a dragonborn shopkeep in the background, wearing fanciful robes. There's potions all over the walls, and as you arrive, a big smile curls across his dragony tooth face as he looks at you. New customers. So happy to see you. Please come in. What can I do for you today on this fine day here in West Bank, the greatest city in the world?
I don't like him.
Do you say you don't like him?
I said I do.
Oh.
You know how weird something would look if it smiled with no lips?
Yeah, it's more like he's just like showing fang at you.
Yeah, but all I see is the intent behind it, and I don't know. I trust him. I'll drink whatever this guy gives me.
Jesus. Okay.
You should not say that out loud.
Yeah. Stop saying that to everybody you
pretend
meet.
you didn't hear that. That is true.
Hey, friend, I'll drink whatever you give me.
It'll be on my tombstone.
Okay. Yeah, I'd just like to see what kind of potions you got. I heard that you sell the like upgraded ones that don't taste like herbs and dirt.
Oh, yes, the ones that don't taste like medicine. I do carry quite a few of those on this side of the shop over here. It does cost a little bit more, but it is my specialty. Is there any particular flavor you're looking for?
Like something. I'd like something kind of fruity, like an apple or a citrus. Maybe like candy watermelon. I don't know.
Ooh, candy watermelon. That is one of the ones that several of my shop individuals are looking for recently. I do have a handful of those, yes. I have them in regular, greater, or super cherry fragilistic varieties.
What kind of prices are we looking at here?
So the regular costs 60 gold pieces, and the greater cost 510, and the super fragilistic, those range about 2,000-3,000.
Okay. Well, I look at you guys. Do you guys want anything? No.
How much?
65, 10, 2,000?
2,000 for a drink?
A drink
Well, that's the extra letters.
it could save your life and it would taste good.
I'll take 2 of the minors. One in watermelon and one in. Do you guys have bubble gum?
Yes, we do. We also carry root beer. Have you tried root beer before?
Well, I usually just drink beer. Is root beer good?
Yes.
Quite good, yes.
I nod.
Well, then I'll take 3.
Oh my.
All right, so he sells you 3 potions of healing. Just the standard varieties. For, what's that come out to? 180?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take a root beer and 2 of these watermelon candy ones.
And he sells you those as well.
Fantastic. 180.
I'm going to hoard my money.
All right, sounds good. Is there anything else I can do for you on this fine day? Any other treats or special items I could perhaps give you for a price?
Of
in
course.
exchange for gold?
Of course. Do you have, this is going to be a long shot. Do you have anything that kind of fortifies your mind, like against, dark thoughts or people trying to overtake your personality? I know that sounds completely crazy, but, I'm going to end up with like some magnets and crystals or something.
Well, I do carry a clarity gumdrop that you put in your mouth and you suck on for a while. The students find it all the rage right now.
Is it just Adderall?
Yeah. It's like magic Adderall.
Sorry, that was
No, from a game viewpoint, you can, if you have it in your mouth once per day, you can activate it and you get an additional reroll on a intelligence save.
I'll take 2. How much are they?
500 apiece.
I'll
Take one.
take 1.
One gumdrop coming up. Do note that once you start sucking on it, it only lasts for 24 hours. So, be prepared for those studies.
That's a one use thing. You can re-roll once a day and it lasts for 1 day.
Correct.
$500 for one re-roll is 500 gold for one re-roll is a lot.
But that takes my gold down to 3,333. So
Okay.
perfect. All things in balance.
We gave you guys too much money.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we're spending
this
it on
is
stupid
what?
stuff like 500 gold for a re-roll.
That's not
So
stupid stuff. That could save your life.
So don't worry about it.
On an intelligence save.
Do you have anything that helps with muscle soreness?
I carry several types of creams for muscle soreness.
I suppose it'll work.
Would you like the one that smells terrible or the good smelling kind?
What a choice.
Do people actually buy the terrible one?
Oh, yes, it's quite cheap.
Oh, yeah. No.
Okay, 250, please.
Oh, jeez. And I reluctantly pay it.
And he quite happily hands over a small jar.
This just looks like coconut oil.
Oh, I know I do get that sometimes, but it's not. You can trust me. I sell things for money.
Insight check?
Can we trust him?
Yeah, you don't need to roll an insight check. He's telling you the truth. It is an actual item that will reduce soreness and muscle aches and so forth. Don't know mechanically what it'll do yet, but if we come up with something cool, we can definitely throw that in there.
Oh,
Something worth 250 gold coins.
B was
Well,
just going to
what were
give
you
it to
thinking?
his girlfriend.
Oh, well, there you go. Now it has an even better mechanical effect for his girlfriend.
You just buy 250 gold lube.
Gotta oil up the muscles.
Thing is, it like lasts all day.
Oh my.
So yeah, it's fun, but then later on in the day, you're like sliding off of tables and chairs.
I just want to do the dishes.
You cannot sit on the toilet.
Oh my.
Just keep sliding off it. Huh.
Oof.
Okay.
So this is either a really thoughtful gift or a really amazing prank.
Why can't it be both?
Yeah. It'll be the first thing for a few hours. Then it'll be the second thing.
A gift that keeps on giving.
And taking.
Okay. I'm tapped out.
Okay, let's keep walking, I guess. Thank you so
And you
much.
guys are heading towards the warehouse?
Yeah, I guess. We don't want to show up too early, do we?
We'll take the scenic route.
We'll show up, but
So-
we'll stay a couple blocks away.
All right, that sounds good. When you do show up a couple blocks away, it's a residential neighborhood with like some really fine homes along it, and then the warehouse itself is designed to look like just a large home, but you can see that the gates are like gilded gates on the outside, and the doors themselves that would open into the warehouse facility looks like these really fanciful like wooden doors that seal in front of it. It's designed to be aesthetically pleasing to the people who'd be using it in the higher end area of West Bank. The residential places that you guys are a little bit farther away from has a couple of cafes and other nice places, so you can sit down and wait while you are a handful of blocks away from the warehouse.
Yeah. You guys want to sit and get some tea? Some biscuits? Lots of tea and biscuits today.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes, please. Anything that's not rations. Beef jerky's so hard on my teeth.
It really is. Like your jaws just get tired after a while, your jaw muscles.
So you guys sit and you have tea, and you guys are chilling for like a good 20 minutes or so.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I've been thinking.
Uh-oh.
Please tell us.
Remember we saved Mr. Besselman?
Yeah.
And there were the two like dead guys in the room with him.
Yeah.
Did we see the bodies of any of those brain dogs in there?
I don't think so.
Because I don't remember seeing one.
Well, did those guys look like they'd hatched?
Well, if they were brain dogs walking around as people and he killed them, then they should have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But not all of the guys we killed hatched, did they?
No.
So some of them were working with the shadow serpents, and some of them were brain dogs. Did they look like they'd hatched, Sean?
As you guys pull back and try to remember, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Oh man.
13?
Cool. Vanessa?
Oh, it was a 4. It was a 16, and then it rolled over to a 3.
Oh, that sucks. No, from your recollection, you don't remember them hatching. But Stennel was more focused on the weapons and gear, so
That's true.
Huh.
Is that whole warehouse, is it locked up, closed?
well, you guys like and I'm assuming in my imagination, because you didn't want to get too close to it, so I'm assuming swung by it just to get a quick look. There was two like generic rent-a-cops hanging out in front of the building, with like they definitely look like they're just paid to look tough, but they are on the pudgy side, and they don't really have like the nicest of equipment. So and one of them was sitting inside the guard gate as you guys walked past, and the rest of the place looked like it was sealed up. It didn't have like a lot of activity going on at the current time, when you guys walked past it. And now that you're a couple of blocks away, he's just sitting down watching the street. In the time that you've been here, no carriages have arrived. Nothing has been delivered or picked up from the warehouse. It's been all in all quite peaceful.
So how do we get in? Are we just gonna storm the front in daylight?
I mean,
What time of day is it?
I don't know.
I keep losing track.
I'm gonna go with later on in the day. And if that is not correct due to time frames from the past, well, then we did other things. So now it's later on in the day.
All right.
Closer to like
Afternoon.
4 or 5 o'clock, and like people are starting to come home from work and all that fun stuff.
I'm going to berate my laser pistol. Why couldn't you have given me something useful? like a familiar.
Does the laser pistol talk back sometimes?
I wouldn't think so. I would think it would just pulse with emotion.
Okay. So you get like a buzz of annoyance, like a low-level tingle.
Just like it probably does the same thing when I turn it into a melee weapon.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's not the happiest when it's a
That's
melee
not
weapon.
like, huh. So plans to get in because planning is not my strong suit.
Nope, no plans. just kick the doors down, right, Stennel?
Who am I responding to? I just hear that in the reverberate in the air. Yes, narrator.
Well, was there a
I
back
don't know.
entrance?
I'm okay with. We can see if there's a back entrance. Sure, I'm okay with the back.
You guys go exploring the back after having tea then?
Begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly explore the back. So the back of the warehouse is much like the front of the warehouse, but it opens up to an alleyway. The alleyway is like 3 times the size of the other place's West Bank alleyway. It definitely can have like multiple carriages move down it, but it's not like the fronts of buildings and like the, oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Hang on,
Like
let me
no
gather
welcoming
and
signs.
them together. What was that?
There's like no welcoming signs. There's no storefronts.
Yeah,
It's all-
exactly. It's more, for sure, it looks like an alleyway, but it's definitely like 3 times larger, so it can accommodate larger carriages and so forth. There is a carriage parked at the back entrance of the place. There is a handful of crates in the back of the carriage. The gate itself is closed, and it looks from this angle much like the front of the warehouse. There is one rent-a-cop also sitting at a small station here on the back entrance. You can see he's flipping through some paper, just casually reading as his day winds down. And the warehouse doors look just like the doors in the front, so it looks like it's just a big, like you can open up both warehouse doors and ride a carriage right on through if you wanted to.
Speaking of, can we get on that carriage and hopefully get inside?
You can. The rent-a-cop isn't paying that much attention. You're gonna try and sneak into the carriage?
I mean, I look at the other two and shrug like it's as good as any other idea.
Sure.
I point at like Jewel, and then I point at like the cop guy, and then I do like some wiggly stuff with my fingertips, and then look all dizzy with my eyes rolling back.
I mean, there's always a chance he fails. I mean, there's always a chance I fail, I guess.
I mean,
There's always a chance he sees us.
Why don't we try sneaking, and then if he sees us, we can try the suggestion.
Well,
Okay.
I can just make a distraction down the street.
Or you could do that.
Oh, that could be fun. What are you thinking?
Casting minor illusion the opposite direction and just making it sound like a terrible dogfight.
Cool.
You think that
Okay,
will draw
so
attention?
just to clarify, make sure he's sitting inside a booth that looks out into the street, and he's currently just looking down and looking at a sheet of paper. The cart itself is a little ways off to the side, so it would have to like wheel around, and the gate would have to be opened. But he's currently not like paying that much
Oh, okay,
attention.
okay.
If you guys snuck into the cart, it's not like it's going to be very difficult.
Oh, sure. Yeah, never mind then.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. He's not like watching the street like a hawk.
Oh, also the way you describe it, making him look anywhere towards the street would make him look at us.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah,
Um,
that was also my thoughts.
So, yeah, the sound of the fight happening inside the warehouse or back by the doors might make him look away from the street. But yeah, I might be better just to. sneak
Here's
in.
a minor illusion question. Can I make a 5-foot minor illusion that just looks like the space behind it, but empty? So, like, there's essentially a wall that blends in with exactly what's behind it, but you can't see what's actually past the wall.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do that then.
All right.
to make us harder to spot.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
a screen of what's behind it, but you can't see past it.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like a lot of direction on minor illusion, right? It's a minor illusion. That's a lot of detail, but fuck, I mean, you've done it with all kinds of other crazy stuff too. So sure, why not? Yeah. Okay. So boom, you got a screen. It looks just like the area behind it, where you're at.
And then sneaky sneak.
All right. So you guys sneak into the cart.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, don't even need to make a roll for it since you put that screen up and everything like that. It's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Just walk in.
Yep.
And then is there like a tarp or something?
Yes. So the cart itself is one of those ones that look like the Old West carriages with the canvas over the top of it. So inside there's like 4 or 5 crates. There's enough space you can sneak and squeeze in between a couple of the crates so you're not visible from either side. The guy in the front of the cart that would sit down could look back and see you if you're not sliding behind the crates, and same way with someone behind the cart would be able to look in and see you guys, but there's still enough space in there you guys can squeeze in there.
Okay.
As you do so, Jewel, you get that pinging sensation inside your head as someone's reaching out to you with the sending spell. All right, so we're in position and the city guards have started their barricades, so there's going to be less and less people on the street, and we are ready to go to activate all of our assault squads. I got 2 people nearby your facility, so to help you out, you want them to attack the front or the back of the building. Sure, that all fit in a sending.
Of course. I think for a second, because if I say anything, that's the response. So,
Good call.
I will say, assault the front. We're in position. No, wait. Assault the front. We're in position to infiltrate without being seen, and a distraction might be nice. And then I'll whisper to you 2 that we have 2 people about to assault the front, and maybe that will cause enough distraction to let us slip in here. Or
so
maybe
you give the go ahead, and then once you do, you wait until the sound starts. Right? I have to activate all the units.
I'm giving the go ahead, is what he said, right, Sean?
Yes, correct.
He said you give the go ahead. Okay.
Yep.
Oh God. So are we waiting until we get in and then activating it?
I mean, we can just hope they panic, pull us in.
Yes. Let's wait like 5 minutes and see what happens. And if nothing happens, we'll activate it in 5 minutes, right? No?
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
You're waiting for 3 minutes when you can hear the crunch of feet walking across gravel as they're approaching the other side of the gate. And then you hear the sounds of the door being unlocked, a couple of people talking to the guard. One of them calls him Barney, and then they open the gate themselves, and you can hear someone come to the back of the cart and someone start moving towards the front of the cart. The guy in the front of the cart jumps on, and the cart begins to wheel itself into the facility. Will the adventurers assault the facility successfully next time? Will they find out if this indeed is Mr. Besselman's trick or the party's salvation? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. But before we go, a word from our party.
Hi, everybody. It's Vanessa. I'm going to say get vaccinated. Everybody needs to do their part. I know in Washington State, at least where we're all based out of, that actually isn't it everywhere has been open to all adults over like 16 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's
what I heard.
I think it's countrywide, not just in Washington. So I know I got my little alert that was like, hey, do this. And then Jeremy texted me, was like, hey, do this. And I was like, oh, I already did something this week. But I got mine started. So that's kind of my big push for the that portion of it is go get your vaccines. I mean, if they're upgrading you with 5G, that's an upgrade. Don't you want fast phones? I don't get it. Why is that a negative? Anyway, follow us on Twitter for more of these random thoughts. We're at Total Party Guild. We're on the Instagram. We're on Facebook. If you want to just get those updates of when we're releasing new episodes, which is every Sunday around noon. And we have anything else? We have like Reddit. We're kind of neglecting our Reddit and our Twitch, but they're there. Check us out.
Things will continue to happen, especially if you rate, review, and subscribe. We like all 3 of those things. And feel free to email us, totalpartyguild@gmail.com. We love those too. Those entertain us in between sessions. We love hearing your thoughts and seeing your memes and your dice picks.
And if you want to learn more about the cast, the characters, Arosa, or anything in between, check us out at totalpartyguild.com, where you can learn about all of that and more.
And remember, Guildies, a guild of many defeats more monsters.
Hopefully.
Party on!
Party
Party
on!
on.